thank you for coming back and watching my videos. If you have anything to say after you watch this one, take a look down in the comments and let it all out. Of course, subscribe and like if you also enjoy the content. Nijisanji does this a lot, or at least the Nijisanji EN members seem to say this a lot when they leave, after they've left. Of course, you have Matara, Mista, Michi, Selen, Zion, all the ones who have left or been terminated have all said this, that marketability is one thing that's told to them, that they will not be marketable after they leave Nijisanji. The only reason that they are popular is because they are part of the company. I don't know if it is lower level managers that are doing this or upper management trying to keep them on a leash, trying to gaslight them into thinking that they're nothing, or manipulate them into thinking that they're nothing without them. That is a very, very bad manipulation tactic. That is a horrible thing for people's mental health, and it is a horrible thing to have happen. The person that they're mentioning here is Vermilion, and the reason why we know is, of course, there has been a post in the past. And yes, like I said, we've talked about Doki recently, who, you know, is like, oh my gosh, she's so happy that she's doing so well. Marketability was something that she was always worried about. She always saw herself as unmarketable. She also mentioned in like her 2024 to 2025 thank you that she never thought she would ever get that big, that she thought she was going to lose everything when she was terminated, that type of thing. When the beginning of the year, when all that kind of stuff happened in February, she thought that she was going to lose everything and not have anyone there to support her. And she's Vermilion as well. No one to blame but my lack of competence and marketability, so please lay your frustrations out on me. Look forward to the many things to come. This was done 6 months ago, and that is just something that I have to put out there, that I have to mention, because if I don't, then they're going to keep doing what they're going to do. I'm tiny enough that they don't care, but I want other people who maybe would watch them at some point to understand that yes, the upper management of Nijisanji is utter trash, it's garbage, and they do this to their livers. They absolutely do. I put this out there because this is more of a funny post. This is not a serious post. I hope no one takes this as a serious post, because if you read it, it says she would only play Marvel Rivals for 6 hours, but she played for 16. She outed herself as anti-mutant and wanted to destroy Wakanda. She hates raccoons and wants to find a restaurant to eat them as revenge. She can't stop looking at Venom's big black alien cake. She denies being addicted and says she can quit any time. Someone needs to stop her before it's too late. This is more like a meme, more of a funny moment, more of a funny thing. She's embracing Marvel, baby. Where's her curly mustache? Soon we'll see the roster as Marvel's supervillain for womankind, for mutant kind. Forgot she's looking up restaurants with raccoon meat. Just a few more days and it'll all be over. Dorky's infinite supply of copium. Yeah, it's just a fun time. I just wanted to do this because it's a bit of a funny moment with Doki. At one point in time, of course, as a lot of people already know, Nijisanji loves telling you that you're unmarketable or you can't do anything unless you are in Nijisanji and you have the company supporting you and the company giving you what it gives you. In this case, we know with Dokibird and many, many others, Matarakan and others who have left the agency, that is of course not true. That is of course something that is not at all true. So here we have her mentioning in a tweet, crazy to see myself #1 in the Marvel Rivals category when everyone is streaming it right now. It's still surreal to think people enjoy watching, since I'm not the best player, but thank you for watching this bird's descent into madness as she tries to get top 500 once again. And this is, like I said, she's always seen herself as unmarketable or negligible. She's always seen herself as something like that, and that is not good, of course. But that and this are two things that have shown her that she is marketable. She is doing amazingly well. Here is one thing that popped up. Can't believe my addiction is exposed like this. Top female Twitch streamers in the past weekend. Just in the weekend, Stream Charts does this a lot. R and Jinji, Honey XXO, Chai Lily Twitch, Emiru, Iron Mouse, Hinano Tachibana, Blueberry, Michi Mochi V, a Bestie, it says Extra Emily, Dokibird right there. Dokibird is right there at the very end, and that is amazing to see. That's a closer one there. We have Dokibird. In the weekend, she was one of the most watched Twitch female streamers. So that shows her again, reminds her again, gives her a nice reminder that she is not unmarketable. She is in fact very loved in the community, and she will always be getting our support. Maid Mint, of course, is an Oshi for many people, and they're talking about Dempagumi, which is a specific idol group that has, I guess, is ceasing activities. The end is here, as Maid Mint put out there. Goodbye, my Kami idol group. I'll cheer you on to you the very last second. Thank you for all the amazing and unforgettable memories. And then there she is, actually, being a part of one of the actual concerts. She says, we approached, I was thinking maybe become a concept, Dempagumi Inc. can become something that belongs to everyone equally. Want to leave behind an electric wave that will resonate forever in everyone's hearts. I also hope that it will be passed down to anyone who meets Dempagumi in the future. Now they are with the New Year's outfits, of course. That is the idol group. And the Dempagumi Inc. ended their activities after 16 years with a final concert on January 5th. A day earlier, they posted a WWD ending MV for their final single that echoed the group's past and seemed a fitting end for fans of the group that gave the world the phenomenon of worldwide Dempa. They are a long-standing group, and of course, usually you would think Mint would keep this on her PL, but I think she felt, you know, it was a big enough thing that fans would be fine with it, that fans would have no issue seeing an idol fangirl over another idol group, you know, that type of thing. And I'm glad that she felt comfortable enough to put this out there. From Wyldfire announces, you know, it's Wyldfire of Idol, their newest generation, has announced that they are moving from YouTube to Twitch. The reason? The memberships have been down for a long time, been a hindrance for her main income. Seems that YouTube hasn't clarified why. She's also going to set up a Patreon for her subscribers. She's working on a new original song. We're also going to set up a VOD channel tomorrow. You can check her announcement stream here, and that's so you can follow her on Twitch.Riki Poppet. And it is something that has popped up recently. I believe she has also gotten affiliate for Twitch, so that is an amazing thing for her. This is her stream.
So where I feel a lot more comfortable in the end, so it's good, you know. I do a lot more better over there than I do here because it's just more comfortable for me as well. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. In my content, we're gonna do that here on this channel to update you guys, because I know some of you who were members bought certain tiers. We will be bringing those back with Patreon sometime in the future once I get everything set up. I do not want to charge anyone anything for any sort of tier until I properly have everything set. Because we're still in the planning. I still haven't gone to go ghost hunting just yet. I'm supposed to go ghost hunting. We were supposed to do it last month, but it's still in the works for some reason. It's just hard to get in contact with places. But that will still be happening. But once I finally get a bunch of the videos piled up, I will let you guys have that. So you can still get what you guys paid for, right? Subs and stuff. I'm gonna open them up anyway before the subathon, so you can sub before or after the subathon. We're gonna get there someday. You're gonna shine on Twitch, don't you worry. We're here to support. Thank you, Yumi. I love you so much. Well, I have already planned redeems for Twitch, so you guys can do like cool redeem stuff and triggers and things. I'm gonna be making models so you guys can switch out different models.
So there we go. She has decided to move to Twitch. Like she said, for some reason, her memberships on YouTube are very low, in the sense that even based on the lowest, from what I understand, the lowest from her group, she is way lower than them, and she has no idea why. So something is going on within YouTube. As we all know, YouTube is always effy with the things they do, and unfortunately that means that Riki Poppet has decided to move on to Twitch, which is fine, because, you know, she's still gonna have people there with her. But of course, there are people that do not and will not make the jump from YouTube to Twitch ever, period. So that's the thing. We have RioFukai KTE lore animation 8th of January has the rebrand debut 5th of January. This is basically a video that they put out, kind of, you know, showing a little bit of a teaser of what they're doing, I guess, of their lore video. It's gonna be fun. And here is their actual release of everything.
It's the membership. What is that sound effect? I didn't remember doing this. I didn't remember doing that. びっくりしたあれ。うわ、びっくりした。
Yeah, the Vine boom sound.
Membership, thank you so much for joining membership.
So that's what she looks like. Here's her whole re-debut that she's been doing.
Have to touch it.
Japanese, English, all that kind of stuff.
Video.
I do like the look that she has. And I do, of course, congratulate her. She's already at 14K, but she wanted to do something new. Wanted to create something new for herself, which is never a bad thing. And it's always something to strive for. Very big congratulations to her. Sure. Ali has been doing so many wonderful things. Recently, she has been a part of the Nyana Banyana Split concert, as I have covered in other parts. She has been a part of that. She has her original song Sushi out. Here is her original song here.
Better than they've ever felt now. My ovaries are feeling better than they...
Okay, there we go. That is where we're going to stop with that one. Let's go over here.
My ovaries are feeling
The
better
place that I go
than
to.
they've ever felt now. If you only see how the Zora in my mind's making me feel like a cow.
The part that I immediately go to is that one. Gotta love the spirit that Ali has. She does have that wonderful spirit. She has that wonderful, creative, gremlin energy. We love her for it. And of course, big congratulations to her for having that new song out and for being a part of the Nyana Banyana. Previously on Dragon Ball Z. No, I'm just kidding. Anime Los Angeles is coming up, and V4 Mirai is wanting to be safe with everything that they're going and doing at Anime Los Angeles. One of the big safety things after what happened to Camila is, of course, Camila did have someone put a tracker in one of her gifts, and they found where she lived, and they tried to break in. So that type of traumatizing thing is one of the things they want to prevent for other agencies. I remember Brave Group already made restrictions on that. Idol did, and V4 Mirai is doing the same thing. You received inquiries about what type of gifts are allowed at ALA. We're accepting letters, stationery, stickers, pins, small acrylic items such as keychains. Message us on Discord or DMs if you have any questions. Basically, posters 5x7 and smaller are also allowed. Things like that. Additionally, no cash, no gift cards. Robux is what they meant, etc. And it's like Robux are the thing, not Roblox. The V4 Mirai Maria is like Roblox is the game, Robux is the gift cards. So they're restricting that, and it is very, very, very understandable that they're doing that. Like I mentioned, I think also Dokibird has that. Other people have that because people put trackers in freaking everything, and it's a danger, especially to any liver, honestly, any liver, but female livers especially. It's a big risk because you have people who go beyond what normal fandom is, beyond what normal quote-unquote parasocialism is, and they go into the extremes, which can bring a big danger to anyone involved. He talked about why she doesn't want to move to Japan, why other things can't happen in Hololive, and other things like that. So this is why I want to go through and talk about this. Let's see what she has to say.
I mean, I've considered it, but at the same time, it's not like I don't have monthly fees. Like, no matter what, there's gonna be, you know, maintenance fees, monthly maintenance, utilities, taxes, etc. It's not like they disappear while I'm out of the country. So it's like basically, not to mention any other costs that come with it. I mean, on the plus side, I mean, food costs will be down in Japan. Food is cheaper and yen is lower. Like, I've done the calculations. I've punched in the numbers to compare, and in the end, traveling does come lower in the end, because rent alone, like monthly rent alone, is pretty high. 14-hour flights are rough, but to me, honestly, any flight that's probably longer than 2 hours is pretty much the same to me. And
well, I mean, that's good.
I also realized with the previous trip that I do feel homesick, because I've explained to you guys how I have perfected or almost perfected like living comfortably over time.
So she's comfy where she is. That's the biggest thing that matters. She's comfy where she is. It costs less. The only reason a lot of people end up moving to Japan, I think one of the main reasons when they work with Hololive, is just the ease of going in and out of the studio if you need to do anything in particular. And that is good. And like meetings and such like that, instead of having it over a Skype call, you can actually be in the studio. You can meet a lot of your senpai. You can meet a lot of the JP folks there. And if you love Japan overall, you can have the immersion in there. Now we're going to go to 20627 on why they can't provide housing in Japan and why Cover doesn't build a studio in NA and that kind of stuff. So let's go. 206 is right around here.
Provide something close to work housing. Like, I'm sure management probably also thought about it. At the same time, it's not like a here's a place, you were staying here kind of thing. Like, it's not very ideal from, like, for example, a security standpoint, or, you know, various reasons.
Okay.
Like, it would make sense. Like, they would have, you know, whole dormitory where people can just, the traveling overseas towns would go and stay.
Yeah, but it's not safe.
If,
she's right.
You know, you'll be like, oh, but why don't you just come up with a 3D studio in the Americas? But
that's
if you
expensive.
think about it, one, it costs quite a lot. quite a lot to build a 3D studio. 2, if it was built, for example, with like slightly lower spec equipment and stuff, in the end, a lot of the members, like...
So yeah, you'd have those issues. You'd have issues of quality, of things like that. Now we're talking about Western music rights. Is going to be the final part. 210 over here.
About it a little bit, but like to sing one English song, it probably costs, depending on how you use it, especially since, you know, our lives are monetized too. It probably costs, I don't know, nearly as much as the entire live. Who knows?
And that's the thing. Iris also mentioned a lot of times it can be up to 5 figures to get the rights to a song in English. And the problem with that is, I'd rather them be doing tons of lives than have one song that is a Western song. And that is what Hololive probably thinks as well. They probably make more money off of it too. They make more money off of the lives and the super chats and things like that happen, or maybe even the concerts, than actually having one song out there. And that is, of course, a business decision that I think isn't a bad business decision. It's not a bad one at all. Fubuki's Minecraft event server had to be shut down temporarily for a sudden intruder. This is an intruder, apparently. It's a Taiwanese Hololive news reporter fan post. The server Fubuki is using its event isn't a Hololive server. Technically, it's a server Fubuki opened by herself. And it seems like the intruder is a well-known 2B2T server veteran who gets its own Wikipedia page. So remember, either a password got cracked, hacked into a server, or got in via some loophole. This person, the 2B2T, is known as a very toxic server. It is known as a server with a lot of toxic people. It allows toxicity in it, from what I understand. And yes, this person broke in while they were on, while the Flogo girls, it looks like the Flogo girls were actually there having fun in the server. Crazy that anybody from 2B2T would target Fubuki Hololive, even for harmless trolling. Guys can get nasty if they wanted to. Of course, down here, it says, they're an anarchy server with few rules and no permanent player bans. Toxic player base. Some media outlets have called it the worst Minecraft server due to its player base and culture. Most of them are hackers. Griefing. Players often destroy other players' creations. Hacking. Players often use modified software to gain advantages. Procedurally generated maps. Server map is procedurally generated. It has been unchanged since the server's creation in 2010. And it's very hard difficulty. PvP is always on, no matter where you are. You will not have any safe zones there either. So that is why it is seen as a very negative thing. And I can understand that. I can understand how that is very dangerous. And I do hope that Hololive is able to close that loophole, even if it is a personal server, and they're able to figure it out. Maybe make a whitelist, and then just whitelist the people that you want, because you can do that if you're a server owner. Nerissa, on the topic of being a fan. She is, of course, as many know, maybe a lot don't, she had Oshis in Hololive before she joined Hololive. Kiara being one of them, Fauna being another. She has various Oshis inside of Hololive before she joined, because she was a VTuber fan before she joined. Just like, for example, Fauna, before she left, mentioned that Gura was one of her Oshis before she joined Hololive. She's saying, on the topic of being a fan, if anyone seriously calls you a fake fan, they are the true fake fan. Talking to Shiori's Jacket, which is a big fan of Shiori, well, at least when it comes to a lot of things on Twitter. I know about Shiori's Jacket. No matter if you are a lurker or the person who chats the most, someone who rarely posts about someone or does so daily, you can be a fan of anyone to the level that makes you happy and works with your lifestyle. Of course, that is something that I've always mentioned in my live streams, anything like that. I've always mentioned this. You can be a fan as a lurker. I heavily appreciate lurkers. They are the backbone of VTubers. Do you think 30,000 people are chatting every time they watch Gura? No, you have maybe a tenth of that. Maybe less than a tenth of that. Maybe 1 to 2% of people who actually chat. And the other 90 to 98% are just there, chilling, hanging out, having fun. Nothing wrong with that. Nah, mate, if you aren't using energy source that rotates yourself, and then you use that rotation to make airflow, you aren't a real fan. This guy fans. It's like, dang it, you got me in the first half. I realized I was an air conditioner. Base Nerissa, fake fans. If someone on Twitter is trying to outdo someone? Nope. According to the posted context, Nerissa was comforting a fan who was expressing their insecurities about interacting with Rissa and the jailbirds in chat and with fan art. They felt like they would be labeled a fake fan, and so even more unfathomably based. That's my diva Oshi. That is very, very good of her to put that. And having someone big like Nerissa, I do consider her as a big VTuber. Saying that, when, pretty much everyone who is a indie understands this, and I'm pretty sure everyone who's a VTuber understands this, period, but a lot of the fan bases don't. Both Hololive and Nijisanji have really extreme fan bases in some cases, like some sides of their fan bases can be extreme and attacking people for no reason, and I'm glad that Nerissa went out and stood up for the people, the silent people who are there, who are not making noise, who are not making drama, who are not making all these things. I have mentioned before in a previous episode how there was a mysterious new project that Holostars Armis was doing, and now we have found out what it actually is. Holostars Armis has a new music video, and of course, to go along with it and their new look, they are Holostars English Armis Japanese modern style now on sale, and it's product at the Hololive Pro shop. Of course, all this stuff here, you get the little standees, you get the cards, and you get these here as well. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about this. This is something that popped up in the feed, like I mentioned a while back, and it's something that they did. It's a new video. And of course, I can only actually show you, I can show you the video, but I can't actually play you the sound as much because, it's just all these things either by the composer themselves or by the producer or whatever sometimes gets copyright struck by, I've been copyright struck so many times by allowing more than 2-3 seconds of freaking audio there, and I do apologize for that, but it is a very nice music video. Let me get you to a part that actually has some singing. So as you can see, they really worked hard on this, and as I mentioned before, they do have some stuff on Hololive Pro Shop and the actual Hololive shop if you actually want to go take a look at it. So thank you so much for, of course, always being here with me and chilling with me, and of course taking a look at Armis as well. Take a look at their music video, which is on the official Holostars English channel, and I do hope that they continue to get support because they are a lot of times less appreciated than the Hololive sisters. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the showcase where I like to put all VTubers of different sizes, shapes, forms, types, everybody out there as much as I can, because I want this to be a positive experience, a positive place. I have been in negative spaces before. The VTuber community does have a lot of drama going on, and I do not want to continue that. So let us make this a positive thing with Ayla Ray VT, 26-year-old cat girl EN VTuber, and of course Twitch affiliate, etc. Let's take a look at their content right now. Cat girl with a variety, 18 plus community. And down here, they have their rules, their about section. She, her, no lord, just me, probably stressed out, 420 friendly. I've been streaming since February of 2024. So they are a newer addition to everything. Let's take a look at one of their recent things that they did.
What is going on? No!
She threw away her cake.
I'm fucking done.
Well, of course. I mean, she probably worked a long time. Is this that cooking simulator game? Oh, I know how that one is. The kitchen simulator, whatever it is, where you can catch things on fire and things are all crazy. I can definitely understand how chaotic that whole thing can be. And of course, we're going to go into their YouTube as well, since they have it linked. This is Ayla on her YouTube as well, doing shorts primarily, and I will have every single bit of this down in the description below. Thank you so much for allowing me to showcase your channel, and I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news, or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.